I believe and I know for a fact that people have a soul, because that's the only material that humans have. I believe that everyone is on a different journey, on a different development level, and every journey should be respected. This may be the best place in Belgrade because it's like an open gallery. They put these pictures every day of the year. They change them. It depends of the subject, but they change them in couple of or in 3 or 4 months. It represents mostly the subject is about Serbian culture. We can see some great monuments and parts of nature in Serbia, especially churches and castles, like an old town, old capital town Kalemegdan here, and there are some themes about heritage, about culture also. So it's really a nice place here to be and walk around. I'm Alex Atanaskovic. I was born in a little town in the heart of Serbia called Trstenik. That's where I finished my elementary and middle school. The faculty of mechanical engineering I finished here in the capital of Serbia, Belgrade. It lasted for 5 years. I got a master's degree in engineering. I'm currently employed here in Serbia, in Belgrade, Serbia also. I'm working in hydraulics, modeling hydraulics on computer in 3D programs. I'm currently 28 years old. From time to time, my city that I was born and raised in, the energy is much more loose. You have more time for everything, but Belgrade is a city of many more opportunities. So it's better if you're a younger person and have ambition.
So if I got right, this is why you make a decision to come here?
Yeah, of course. This is the decision I come here from. I finished faculty here, I work here for now, and we'll see in the future what future holds. My favorite moments in life are spent especially with grandparents and my brother and my sister in a small village in mountain area. We had very good natural times there. We were working for whole day, but it was like spending time in nature, good for the body, good for the mentality, good for the soul, and those are the moments I cherish the most. That's interesting with me because I didn't really have any dream until recent years, because I was like, my consciousness maybe wasn't developed then, and I really didn't have any dream, like something to pull me. In the recent years, maybe I got a dream, but I'll have to get on that, to work on that, to be maybe a famous photographer. And I also love traveling, meeting new cultures, maybe learn a couple more languages.
Your dream was to be a photographer.
Yeah.
So did you do any practice for that?
Well, I didn't. It's
okay, no problem.
It's a present from her. Well, I didn't really have. I think I have some gift for it, and my views on that. But currently, I didn't really try it. I don't know how am I going to that passion for that to turn it into like a job that I can live from. But I think I will figure it out in some years maybe. One of the biggest traps today and the most challenging things is everyone thinks and puts pressure on you that you have to have your whole life figured out before 30. But the thing that I found out recently is most people, their life only starts in like when they turn 30 years old. Their life only starts then. So that's a myth I uncovered recently. And as I matured, it became a truth for me because it manifested like that for me also. The stat I discovered on the internet is even first mini business or something, people start on average at 40, 50 years old. So how are you going to put pressure on people when they're 15, 20 years old to have their life figured out? I mean, you cannot. Even the brain isn't fully developed until 28 to 30 years old. So I think people need to have a more natural way of living and to put the nature do its work with people. I think that people need to have a strong roots that grow carefully and more slowly to have a good foundation for later in life, and that's a more natural thing for me. Nothing should be pushed beyond edges all of the time. Yeah, I think that's the life I think it should be lived. I don't think there's a shortage of opportunities here for people in Serbia, that in a sense that the foreigners take opportunities from Serbians, because a lot of the foreigners that come here only work maybe on constructions and some hard jobs that Serbians mainly are looking to avoid. So I don't think that there's a shortage of opportunities here, but the big problem here is mass corruption that we are currently fighting it. Mass protests in whole Serbia have been underway for 3 months on the rooftop collapse, newly constructed rooftop collapse that killed 15 people. So you have opportunities, but it's not paid. You cannot live from the salary. Majority of people are on the verge of starvation because of corruption, politics, and stealing from the people. So that is the problem, real problem here.
So it's not a foreigner's problem?
No. Foreigners are not the problem. Only local politicians, they are only the problem here. I think that impacts the majority of people, but if you work hard on yourself and your goals, nothing in this world can steer you away from your path. If you are strong enough, if you believe, nothing can take you down from the path that you're going. But unfortunately, this situation, it has a negative impact, of course, on majority of the people. Yeah, I'm 28 years old, and I think that I matured fully only 6 months ago. So that correlates with the story I just said, because it's the way of the nature. But when you plant strong roots, they are there to stay. You cannot cut it down, and that is the way that I prefer. So that I found out 6 months ago, and I started reading books which help a lot with changing of the mind, spirituality, business, and everything, trying to be a better person and grow each day.
Prvi dom.
at the beginning, one of my recent hobbies is reading books. I think they're very useful. It expands your knowledge, it expands your consciousness. That is essential for human growth. This is my favorite genre, spirituality. This is one of the books I recently read. The book, The Power of Present Moment. It talks about being in the present. It's a very, very good book. This is also a good theme, psychology, personal psychology. And the last topic I'm interested about is business books. That consists about 20-30% of what I am reading. I read almost every day. On average, I maybe read 45 minutes a day. So that is enough for me. But there are some times that I read 2 or 3 hours a day. So if the topic is interesting to me at the moment. Sometimes I buy the books and sometimes I read books online if they are available. So yeah, books, I discovered recently that the books are essential for growth. You read what you like and maybe expand on that. Be open to new ideas, new genres, and yeah, that's that. I love the Buddhist monks. I maybe think that they are the strongest people in the world, both physically and especially mentally. They have, it's an ancient culture. I think they are very smart people, and for me, the most important thing in a man should have, it's not knowledge, it's not intelligence. In the first place is consciousness. It's the level of consciousness, because you know who you are, you know what you don't allow, you know what you're aspiring to be, and yeah, the Buddhist monks know how to live. Yeah, they're the ones you should be paying attention to. They have good monasteries there. It's impressive, the buildings that they have built and the lifestyle they are living. Everything that we imagine in our minds already exists, so nothing is new, as they say. Everything exists, everything fluctuates, so the only thing that matters is the level of your consciousness. So that's the evolution of consciousness. That matters, the only thing. And energy, that is energy at its most value. I read a very interesting book based on true events. It's called A Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The biggest thing I learned is to be mindful, to sometimes take things easy, to not be pushing all of the time, to sometimes to slow down and smell the roses. You know, to be mindful of your environment, to be good and kind to people. I think the most important thing for me is unity. What do I mean by unity? Unity with your favorite people, with your family, with your friends, with your broader family maybe, because I discovered in the toughest moments of your life you need support, like any support, financially, mentally, physically. And that unity for me is the most important thing, because everything is easier with the people that you love, that are your true company and friends and family. I talked about my friends maybe starting some business together, because everyone knows something that the other one does not know, maybe, and you share it. You share that with each other, and working with them doesn't feel like working, and it's much easier. And you keep each other on the edge. You give each other energy, and I think that would be a cool thing to do together. And it will be much more fun and enjoyable experience. I think that we are here, the biggest thing you can do in this world is impact other lives in a positive way, to uplift people and to help them if they need help. Also, through that actions, we learn more about ourselves and we evolve more. That, I believe that is our purpose here, for our soul's evolution. I believe and I know for a fact that people have a soul, because that's the only material, that humans have. And I believe that everyone is on a different journey and on a different development level, and every journey should be respected. And people also, one of the challenges of today is people very much compare themselves to other people. That is a mistake. I think that is a mistake, because, as I said, everyone is on their specific journey. So some souls are more corrupt than others, but everyone in the end there are many ways to the truth, and I believe that in the end every soul will find a way to the ultimate truth of who we are. I believe in God, that in source, in universe that made all the things that are, the ultimate consciousness, of course. Here in Serbia, it all correlates with that, with Orthodox Christianity. Now I'm going to show you one of my hobbies, and that is pool or billiard, as they say. This is a chill energy here, and it takes my mind off of some things. I'm going to play with my good friend. Of course, we have our little competition, but it's nothing personal, it's rivalry. It really relaxes me, I really enjoy. It makes me also take my mind off of stuff. I don't know, I just really enjoy playing pool. Also, our biggest scientist Nikola Tesla says the pool is for intelligent people. I don't know, he really said that, but it's really fun. This game is really fun for me. I think that now consciousness of people recently has evolved so much that we are ready for a new movement, for a new structure. I believe in no presidents, no leaders, no generals, no nothing. I believe in the power of institutions that are controlled by tens of thousands of people, and that are in talks with the people all the time, and they talk with people about decisions, all of the decisions that are transparent, that they will be deciding on. History taught us that the majority of people misuse their power when the power is in the hands of a couple of people, and in worst cases of one man. So I think the world is ready for a new, really new system of being. The power is distributed among many people that are educated on the matter in which they are working on. So I think that I'm a good person. I strive to be. I have good family and good friends that they're content with me, and I try to do the same for everyone, to help someone if they need help, of course. I hope that in the future that he will be smarter than and a better version of myself in the present, to be brave, to be bold, hardworking, and to go after your dreams. That would be the message to my future self.